It's almost train time here at the historic 1901 depot in Van Buren, Arkansas, along the tracks of the Arkansas and Missouri Railroad. Looking up the track, we can see and hear the A&M excursion train coming into town. On the point are two vintage Alco locomotives. The train is coming in from the north with a load of passengers from Springdale. They'll be dropped off for a 4-hour layover for shopping and dining in downtown Van Buren. During that time, the train will make another round-trip excursion from here north to Winslow and back, before retrieving the Springdale group and heading back north. The A&M is well known for its fleet of classic Alcos. Number 68 is a C420 built in 1964 for the Lehigh Valley Railroad. Today she's teamed up with number 44, a C420 built back in 1965 for the Seaboard Airline Railroad. The A&M crews work hard to keep these ladies running well and looking classy. This was an all-Alco railroad until 2013, when A&M took delivery of 3 EMD SD-70 Ace locomotives to haul its mainline freights. Road freights normally run on this southern section overnight, with excursions like this providing some action during the daylight. The engines leave their train on the main and will run around to the other side so they can push the train into the station. This line was built between 1880 and 1882 by the Frisco, which eventually merged into the Burlington Northern in 1980. The A&M took over operations in 1986. The excursion train is a mix of old streamlined and even older heavyweight passenger cars, including Mountain View, built in 1927. Silver Feather from 1948. Spirit of Arkansas from 1950. And Explorer, built around 1955. After loading up, the train heads north through the quiet neighborhoods of Van Buren. The Arkansas and Missouri Railroad operates nearly 150 miles of track from Monett, Missouri, down into Arkansas, where it passes through Fayetteville on its way to Fort Smith. Catching up at Rudy, Arkansas, we find the train splitting the vintage Frisco crossing signals at Highway 282. There are lots of rivers and streams in these Ozarks hills, including Frog Bayou. The train soars over the valley and water below. With the train booking it, it was pretty hard to keep up as we navigated the winding back roads, and we barely caught back up at Winslow. Here, the Alcos creep slowly out of the portal of Winslow Tunnel and around the tight bend coming into town. This is the turnaround point for this excursion. Using the passing siding, the engines will again uncouple from the train and run around to the other side for the trip back south. The train heads back around the curve and toward the tunnel as the trip back to Van Buren gets underway. Our last catch of the day was another crossing of Frog Bayou south of Mountainburg. Thanks for joining us for this quick look at the Arkansas and Missouri Railroad. Be sure to subscribe and check out our other train videos here on the main track. I'm Locomotive Mike. Until next time, keep on tracking.